Alright, continuing on.
Alright, so my presentation is better communication for students and teachers. Alright, on your hands is a scale of 1 to 5. How important do you think communication is? 5 being very important, 1 not being not at all. Alright, so everyone says it's pretty important. Now, on whiteboards, you write down why you think communication is important. So, for my interviews, I asked the same question for both amateur and professional. I asked, how important do you think it is to be able to communicate with a teacher or a student outside of school and when they're not at school? And for the expert, they said communicating with my students is very important. If they don't know what they need to do, they'll not be able to do what is supposed to be done. So they just in that if the teacher can't talk to their students or find a way to answer the students' questions, they won't know what to do or what they have to do. That amateur interview said that it is important to be able to communicate with my teachers. If I cannot, they will not be able to know what needs to be done. If they don't know what they have to do, they won't want to do it, or they won't be able to do it because they don't know what to do. And so, why communication is important because this poet says, good communication is essential to allow others and yourself to understand information more accurately and quickly. So, it's important so we can know what will need to be done during school. And that if we don't know through communication, that we can't do what needs to be done. And so, what needs to be done about this? Now, my goal is to create an easier and better way for students and teachers to communicate with each other outside of school. First objective is to find the best resources that students and teachers can use to communicate with each other outside of school. Second objective is have all teachers set up the best resources, kind of survey, for each of their classes, and have all teachers make daily class breakdowns on Canvas throughout the year. So the first objective, finding the best resources that students and teachers can use to communicate with each other outside of school. It's pretty much the same that you need to make a survey of different ways, like using reminds, email, messages, or like that. Make a survey on all those to see, asking questions like which one's better or which one they can use, and send it out to all the students and teachers during the summer. And it will be sent out to all the students and teachers that will be at Brighton for the 2021-22 school year. And so, raise your hand if you have used Remind before. Raise your hand if you like using your mind, and raise your hand if the mind is an easy way to contact your teachers. So these questions are pretty much how the survey will go. Questions just like this, but with like mind, email, Google Meets, and all that. My second objective is have all the teachers set up the resources found in the survey. You know, objective 1, to set them up for each of their classes. And so the answers from the survey that was sent out in objective 1 will determine which will be used and for the school year. And each teacher will need to set up those resources for each of their classes so then they can easily communicate with their students if a student is not at school or like that. And my third objective is to have all teachers make daily class breakdowns on Canvas throughout the year. So pretty much how Gardner does it. Each day have the breakdown of each class after school or once class is finished, and have those ready, like just a summary of what happened in class. Just have links or have what needs to be done for homework. And on the survey I did, the question is the school website or Canvas helpful for when you are not at school? 75% said that Canvas is helpful, so this will help students that if they miss class or something that they'll be able to know what is going on. And any questions?
Will the resource aside for like communication, will that vary like from class to class, what like the teachers think will work best, or is that gonna be like they're gonna pick one for school wide?
They'll pick the best like school wide that all teachers or all classes will be using.
Say Garner does his class breakdowns, does he have to change anything, or it's just the teachers that don't do anything, they have to do it?
Guess all the teachers will, because similar to his, will do the class breakdowns of their classes. Like depends on the class, it'll be different for each class.
Okay.
Last one?
Is this mainly based for online or both in-person and online?
Both in-person, online. Both in-person, online will be able to access each resource and like that.